To make the star, start with 12 strips that are 6 inches long and ½ an inch wide. Now I'm finding the middle of my mat, placing my first strip exactly in the middle. Now add a little bit of adhesive, and the second strip is going to go across this, and so they're in the middle of each other. And that's why I use the grid marks on my mat to do that. Now you do want to get them nice and square to each other, so I just needed to straighten that up. If you don't have a mat like this with grid marks like this, you can just fold those first 2 strips to find the middle of each of them. Now the next strip goes under, so the first strip went over, this strip is going under, and then just stick it in place. And you do the same on the other side of the middle, so this one's going under as well. And I've been able to move off my grid lines because I've got those first 2 pieces. I use them as my guide to make sure the ends of the strips are all even. And there is a little gap between those. Now it's a little bit of basket weaving. So under, over, under, and stick that strip in place. Right, and the 6th strip, under, over, under, and stick that in place. Okay, so those are half of our strips. With the other 6 strips, you do exactly the same thing. So you'll end up with 2 pieces or 2 bits of weaving exactly like this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go kind of corner to corner there. So not pieces that are laying against or next to each other, but across the corner. And you fold these, sort of twist them over and fold them outwards to form the point of the star. So it kind of makes a bit of, well, it does make a loop. Now what I'm going to show you here now is what not to do. Don't just fold them straight in like that. See, you don't want the points of the star into the middle of your weaving. So kind of twist them over and out, and then nice and square to each other, and you get that lovely point of the star out there. Now, I love the liquid glass for a job like this because it is easy to get exactly where you want it. You don't need to be pressing down on anything to put that in place, and it does dry pretty quickly and hold really quickly and hold very securely. So long as if you don't put too much on there, it will take a while to dry. And also if you put too much, it does slip around. Now you do exactly the same with the other 6 strips. So you have these 2 identical halves. Flip one over face down onto the other, and then take those loose strips and just pop them through those loops, or the loops of the star that you've made. So each strip goes through one of the loops. Now when this is all done, you can use it, add some ribbon or twine, and you can use it as a hanging decoration, or you could actually attach it to a gift as a decoration on a gift. You could also use them, if you made a bunch of them, as place name settings for your Christmas dinner table. So lots of ways to use them. Now I'm putting a little bit of the adhesive, the liquid glass there, on those points, and now that loose strip is going to be glued into place so the end of the strip meets the tip of that star. Right, and doing the same there. So that's 2 of them done. And you just work around the star doing the same with every one of those strips. Okay, flip it over and do the 4 from the other side. Now there is a little bit of overhang, but we're going to come in with some scissors and just snip off the little bits that are poking over the edges, and you'll see that in a moment. And it just tidies it all up and makes it look really lovely. Okay, so you come in with your scissors and you can see those bits that are hanging past the points of the stars, just snip them off. Just like that. Now once those are all snipped off, you can add your ribbon or twine, add your sentiment to the front. I cut some circles with my circle thin cuts, stamped Merry Christmas on them, and I added that to the center of the star with some 3D foam tape. I found that was the best thing for sticking this piece onto the middle. So here's the finished product without the twine, but I did add that later. Gorgeous, ready to go.